All right. Well, welcome aboard again. Welcome to another episode of my podcast. Now, today, you got to follow carefully. Anybody who's been listening to me and knows me knows Sean Hannity and I've known Sean for 50 years, more than 50 years. We're not friends. We're not buddies, but I know Sean. I respect Sean. I think he's had and has and is continuing to have a tremendous career. Some of the things Sean says, I know for that dirty little four-letter word that begins with F, fact, are not so true. Sean didn't grow up poor. Who cares? Sean's not poor now. And that's kind of the deal with this. Sean got attacked the other day because he talked to Michael Cohen. I wasn't there. Neither were you. No one was there except Sean and Mr. Cohen. Who knows what was said? Who cares what was said? This is all over a porn star. And not that I'm a viewer, but from what I've heard and I've looked, not much of one either. You know? But be that as it may, we'll leave that as itself. This is somebody who just can't stay out of the limelight. And this happened, 10, 12 years ago? Who cares? Like I said before, Mrs. Trump should care. That's pretty much it. But anyway, Sean got attacked earlier this week by The Guardian. And they reported that he has real estate investments, which they searched out and said, that he used loopholes and tools that were administered and issued under the Obama administration. Loans and things like that. Got assistance from HUD and, urban development and things like that. Well, guess what? This may come as a shock to all you Sean haters. Sean's a citizen of the United States. He's entitled to use every program that any other American citizen would be afforded to use. And again, don't get crazy that I'm defending Sean, because I'm not, and you're going to hear both sides, or my opinion anyway. And hell, that's why you listen to me anyway, because I can only give you my opinion. First of all, what difference does it make what Mr. Hannity does with his money? Mrs. Hannity and the Hannity children should really be the only ones concerned. He didn't break the law. He made investments. Now, Sean, if you're listening, and I hope you are, and I'll send this to you. I love this quote. It's ironic that I'm being attacked for investing my personal money in communities that badly need such investment, and in which I am sure those attacking me have not invested their money. That's a true statement. Hannity said in a statement provided to Business Insider, the fact is that these investments that I do not individually select, control, or know the details about, except obviously I believe in putting my money to work in communities that otherwise struggle to receive such support. Sean, let's be serious. You invest your money the way I invest mine, the way all my clients are advised by me to invest theirs, in places that will have minimal risk and maximize your potential investment. Let's not get on our high horse and say, I'm doing the good for the community. You're not. Bro, you're investing to make money. And there's no shame in that. To say you don't know about it, I would say that's 95% true. You're not a dummy. You're not going to give somebody carte blanche, power of attorney just to put your bucks down a rabbit hole and hope like heck something comes out of it, because you're not that stupid either. But the reality of the situation is very simple. Whose business is it? And this all stemmed from Michael Cohen? Why? Sean even told you. I asked him a real estate question. It's not my attorney. He even said I gave him $10 to keep things quiet. Confidential, shouldn't say quiet. But, it's amazing. There's 20 shell companies that, according to this article, 20 shell companies that are tied to Hannity were formed in Georgia and have been used to purchase properties in Alabama, Florida, Georgia, New York, North Carolina, Texas, and Vermont. Sean started his career in Atlanta. Last time I looked, that's Georgia. He also reportedly purchased discounted properties that had been involved in bank foreclosures, which on television and Twitter, he blamed former President Barack Obama's policies for making increasingly common. Okay. They were Obama's fault. There's no question. So Sean got a discount. Just like I could have gotten a discount. Or you couldn't have gotten a discount if I chose to do that and invest my money there. Or you did. I don't invest my money in downtrodden properties. There's a term for that, and I'm from the hood, and slumlords. But that's okay. Sean's not a slumlord. I'm sure I'd be willing to bet on that. I've never discussed with anybody at HUD the original loans that were obtained in the Obama years, not the subsequent refinance of such loans as they're a private matter, Hannity said. I had no role in or responsibility for any HUD involvement or any of these types of investments. True. Sean is an investment advisor. These guys are paid to pick good investments. And normally they're paid upon their performance. Unless you have something that proves that Sean broke the law, took advantage of insider trading, etc., etc., etc. Now, it's funny that this article by The Guardian rolls from that to Michael Cohen and Kimber Wood and President Trump and Elliot Broidy and a $130,000 payment to Stormy Daniels or whatever the hell her name is, or Stormy Weather, or maybe she should be like a storm and just blow over. Well, I shouldn't say blow in her business, but pass over. How about that? I mean, it also says Fox was unaware that Hannity's in former relationship with Cohen and was surprised by his announcement in court. When does it end? When does it end? But here's something else that you really have to be careful with. And I told you, I'm not going to take Sean's side. There is not a side. And it doesn't matter what I think. I'm going to tell you what it is. And I'm going to tell you how I see it. Here's the deal. Sean is not a newspaper reporter or a news reporter. He's a commentator. And here's maybe the lesson for all of us. Sean included, by the way. I have been subject to some negative things said about me and written about me. Some true, 99% of it not true. I have no recourse. Sean has made criticisms of people without being factually correct. And now The Guardian has made some accusations about Sean, who is vehemently denying these accusations. Now, from where I'm sitting, I believe Sean 1,000%. And again, he's not my buddy. I know the guy. Reality is, everybody out there, just because you have a microphone with a red light on says on, doesn't mean you just get to talk and say whatever the hell you want to. And maybe it's high time. Maybe it's high time that everybody learned a lesson about this. There's an old saying, it ain't no fun when the rabbit's got the gun. Well, Sean, I'm sure you're feeling that right now. It ain't no fun. It ain't no fun when the rabbit's got the gun and people are taking cheap shots at you. But here's something. Maybe that man that you admire so much at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, same guy I admire, by the way. I'm right with you, lockstep, Sean. I think he's great. Best thing to happen to our country since Ronald Reagan. Let me say that slow. Best thing to happen to our country since Ronald Reagan. Maybe it's time to take the Constitution and examine it and re-examine it and try to apply 2018 realities and situations to those of 1776. And I can think of one right off the bat. That right to bear arms. But that's another topic for another day. And once I get started, I don't really hit the brakes too lightly. I'm out. Thanks. I'll see you soon.